Yay, what's up, everybody? The doctor is in. We are back live today. We last week we didn't do the show due to Jordan in the house had COVID, and yeah, so we didn't do it last week. But he'll be back next week. And we got a bunch of things to talk about tonight. In case you've seen what was going on in the live show and all that stuff, you know what we were posting. So we got a Dead Inside update. We got a new album that I'm going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the show tomorrow night in Providence. We're going to talk about Rhode Island Championship Wrestling, and we're also going to be talking about Halloween Horror Nights, because Halloween Horror Nights starts Friday in Orlando, but they had a team member preview last night. So they had some cool things that I wanted to talk about for it. And we'll go off all of that. But hey, what's up? What's up, Buddha's Bastard Boy? And what's up, Devin? So what's up, everybody? Yeah, I'm glad I'm back. You know, we were off for like 3 weeks. Just there's been a lot of craziness that's been going on. You guys know some of the stuff that's going on. You don't know everything that's going on. And so on and so forth. So, you know, we just kind of took just a little tiny break, kind of, you know, hey, what's up, Jordan? Yeah, there's Jordan. He's watching. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna talk about it because let's kick off with the show tomorrow night. So if you got nothing going on, it's $15. You're not paying Taylor Swift prices. We got. Let me pull up I got the flyer ready and everything over here. Look at this. Bam. You don't have to look at my ugly face. Look at that. So I didn't make the flyer. It's called the Hammer Collective Presents, a local showcase. It's a club called the Paula. It is on North Main Street in Providence. And we also got a couple of bands. We got some rappers going on. And hopefully people will come on out, support the local scene. A lot of people don't even know where, especially myself. Like a lot of people think I'm not from Rhode Island. They think I'm from Mass, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Maine. Some people thought I was from Ohio. You know, I never really was repping like Rhode Island in the music too much, a little bit. And that's my fault. You know, I'm kind of like a rapper without a home, so to speak. So anyway, the lineup that I believe, I could be wrong, but this is what I think it is. So it's going to kick off with Trespass. Then it's going to be Release in Orange. And then it's going to be Muller. Everybody should know Muller. We got Beast and Blade. And then we have myself headlining the show. If you go to thehammercollective.com/tickets, you can pick them up. You can buy them at the door. I've never played this club. I've seen pictures of it. Looks kind of nice on the inside. So, you know, it looks like a very nice, you know what I mean? Like, looks like a cool little club. Hey, what's up, Kyle? You know, we got our Beast of Blade homies in here. So again, it's $15. I know it's a Thursday night. People getting out of work start, you know, it's at 7:00. It's 18 plus, $15. Yay. Just like, you know, Jay and Silent Bob, $15, little man. Put that shit in my hand. If you don't, then you owe me, you know? But yeah, so we're going to have some fun, I think, with tomorrow's show. Just come on out. If you know, I'm not expecting anybody from like the Midwest or, you know, too far away to come out. But, you know, if you're in the New England area, you know, Mass, Connecticut, come into Providence, come rock it out with us. We're going to have a great time. I'm also starting the thing up again where I throw random pieces of merch out into the crowd. It's like a thank you to the fans. You know, I could be a total douche and not do it. You know, most people don't do that. But I wanted to do that because I want, you know, if it's not for you guys, I wouldn't be doing any of this. You know, I take pride in the fans that we have here. And I love each and every one of you just for support. You know, there's so many artists out there. Nobody has to support anything I do. And I'm very, very appreciative that people do. You know, going into that, this is one, it wasn't like a topic, but I've been talking about it with a few people. And I realized that next year is the 25th anniversary of Dr. Giggles. So we got some ideas of some things that we're going to do and celebrate 25 years of Dr. Giggles. I'm not going to say things that we're going to do only because I don't know if they're going to happen. You know, we've got, you know, I talked with Beast of Blade, I've talked with Gibby, I've talked with Reno, and I just said, you know, what are the things that I should be doing to celebrate? You know what I mean? To me, being in the game for 25 years, that's a long time. You know what I mean? And the love that I get from everybody, that's what I have to show for it. You know what I mean? It ain't about the money. It ain't about a bunch of things. It's really just about just continuing on, kicking it until it's time for me to retire at some point, whenever that is. I don't know. I don't have plans of that anytime soon. Anytime soon. I'm just stating that, you know, down the road, I don't know, 4, 5, 10 years. I don't know. I might be doing this till I drop dead at 70, 80 years old. I don't know. But yeah, so we're going to be celebrating the 25th anniversary now. I'm going to put this question out to anybody that's watching now, anybody that's watching afterwards, that if you're down to celebrate the 25th, what are some things you'd like to see? Like here, I'll give you a couple of ideas of things that were talked about, but I'm not necessarily going to say that they're happening, but they could be on. You know, like a documentary about Dr. Giggles. You know, like talking about its beginnings up until the 25th. You know what I mean? I got to go through tapes. I think I have footage. I know I have footage from the gathering in 2007. I may have footage on some VHS tapes and some high 8 tapes that I can put into a computer, you know, record it into the computer, and then, you know, take the good footage that you got, and you make something out of it. There was like a best of. I've never done a best of. I've never had like monster, the biggest hit, like term streaming wise that I know of, that I actually have data for is Voices in My Head. And I think the next song would be like, I think the next highest song is Murder Festivities, I think. You know, I there's a lot of history that, you know, even some people might not have even been born when I started, or might have been very young and didn't know who I was. There's a lot of history back in the day. Like from running with Wolfpack and playing the gathering and doing all these shows locally back in the day. Like there was a lot of stuff that maybe some people forgot, don't remember. Because like an instance was, there was this guy at I think the first Lethal Weekend I played, Lethal 5, I think. It was Lethal Weekend 5 or Lethal Weekend 6. I can't remember which one, but it was one of the two. A guy approached me. I was outside smoking, and then this guy approached me, and he goes, "Hey, I went to the show in 2002 that you did at Lupo's, but Wolfpack and Q Strange and 33rd Degree, Hysteria, myself, and we did very good at that show. Like we almost sold that bitch out. There was a lot of people. It was a great show. I have footage of that show still, because I did release some DVDs back in the day. I think I sold like 50 to 100, somewhere in there. Maybe not exactly 100, maybe 60 to 78. I don't know. I used to burn them all myself. You don't realize how we had to do it back in the day, because we didn't have the money to get them manufactured back in the day, you know. And yeah, I got old Q Strange footage. I got all kinds of footage. So I think what I'll do is I'll hire somebody to put it together. I think that's something that definitely needs to be done. And then I'll go back and find as many people from back in the day that I worked with that want to be on this documentary to talk about it. Damn. That's crazy. I mean, even back in the day for me I still have audio from when I first started rapping from 1992. It was terrible. I still have the song. It's not good. I used an old Too Short beat and wrote to it, and you know. But when you're talking about the aunt's computer speaker recording, I said this a bunch of times on the show over the years, and I like saying it because it's just a cool technological weird thing. If you take the old headphones, you know, the thin metal that held the headphone. Hey, what's up, Ravad James? And you could use one side, forget it was the left or the right, as a microphone. And then I would have another set of headphones on and just record that way. You know, I used to do it off of old stereo. Yeah, you hit play and record. You put the empty cassette in one, and then you hit play to play the music, and then you just start recording. It was crazy, the things that we did back in the day. You know, and then eventually my father helped me out. You know, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of history of weird things, you know, with equipment and stuff like that. So there's a lot that we could do. And yeah, definitely. You know who I need to sit down and interview about all this is my dad. He could tell you a lot of cool, crazy stories. He's been backstage at a lot of shows. He's seen. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that, Ravod. I am working on that new music, so let's get into that. So first, I'm gonna give you the Dead Inside update. Everybody knows I took it down, had to remove some people out of some stuff. I just have to fix Casket Monsters. I need to take Cupcake out, and I got somebody else that's going in to redo the intros for Casket Monsters. Once that is done, then I'm just waiting on the artwork, and I'm still finishing up the booklet and everything for it. And I think that's definitely coming out this year. So, and there are new tracks. There's 2 new songs. There's 2 remixes. So when you listen to it online, you're going to get everything together. I know this is a weird way of doing it. And then the CD version is going to not have the original versions of Autopsy. No. That's wrong. Those were singles. I was going to redo the Resuscitation like I'm doing Dead Inside. I just didn't care anymore. Because matter of fact, today's the 3-year anniversary of its release today of the Resuscitation. That's why it was in my head. But Dead Inside, we did a remix for Dead Inside, and we did a remix for the Scum song. What the hell's the name of it? Damn it. I can't remember the name of the song, but the Scum song's got a remix that we got, and then we have the Dead Inside remix. They're a bit different. So the CDs are just going to have the remix instead of the original versions, but the digital is going to have everything on it. So it's just for the people that want a CD of the new stuff, because it's going to be a little bit different. Like I think I'm killing the intro for Dead Inside, and just the album still works as it is without the intro. Like I've listened to it without the intro in it, and it works without it. It's still telling a story. So we're just, because Cupcake's on it too much, and we don't fuck with him no more, so he's just gone. You know, so we had to change some stuff, and the same thing, we had to take another person off just for being scummy. So we just took them off too. I don't necessarily work on music for Halloween per se, only because my music is Halloween, but it's all the time. Like last year, I did release Murder Festivities for Halloween, and that seems to be one of these songs that's like cooking up and growing, and people are loving it, and I love that song. And matter of fact, I'm performing my verse at it tomorrow night on it. I got like a 25-minute set tomorrow, which usually I do 15. So I got, and Kyle, you'll be happy that the Gruesomes is on the set. Now I'll probably drop a couple lines here and there. This is going to be the first show that I do in a while without a hype man. So please bear with me. I mean, I've been practicing the hell out of it. It's just the breath thing, dropping a line or two, but that's okay. We're going to kill it anyway. We're going to have some fun. I got all kinds of stuff lined up, ready to rock for tomorrow night. But now, I said new music, right? I said we're going to be working on new music. I already got a title for the album. It's going to be called Tales from the Asylum. Now, think about if for a moment here, let me do that. So think like this. Think of Tales from the Crypt. It's like a ripoff of Tales from the Crypt in a sense. Like, that anthology kind of storytelling. Well, that's what we're doing. I've got 3 songs done for it already. Beast and Blades on one of them. It's called The Good Life. That's a good song. We have the Cupcake Disc. We have this song called Stranger in the Walls. And I got the studio not this weekend, the following weekend. And I'm gonna get the Casket Monster done so I can get Dead Inside Out. And then I'm going to get cracking on some more stuff. Like I need to get. I'm trying to get this Tales from the Asylum out before the end of the year. And so every song tells a story. So I don't know if you watch Creep Show, Tales from the Crypt. It's like that, just a whole album of just cool stories. I got some people lined up, other people for collabs on this thing, and it's going to be fun. I'm not going to, the only reason why I said Beast and Blade is because that song's done. I'm not going to announce the other people in case we don't get it done in time. I don't want to get people's hopes up. There are some great collabs coming up that I think you guys will really enjoy. And we're just working on music. I'm constantly working on music. I was thinking, like I said, about for the 25th, like a best of. What if I did? And you guys can tell me if you think this idea is stupid. Right? So, how do I put this? A best of, but maybe it's new versions of your favorite songs. There could be a bunch of different new versions, like a new Abortion, like if you go through my catalog for 20 years and somebody goes, and I'm going to go through based off of streaming numbers, what are the popular songs? From the beginning of time to now, whatever the most popular songs are. So if you have a favorite song that you like to say, like a new version of it, or just, or maybe don't touch it, but put it on a best of, you know what I mean? I also have an 8-song album that, I've said this before, that was recorded. Well, the songs were made, but never released during the My Way time. So I'm thinking for the 25th anniversary, get that out, but bring it to the studio, not have me mix it, have my engineer Nick mix it because he does great. And Ravad James, things are great with me. Just busy working, busy doing music, playing with the grandbaby and all that, having a good time. How about you? You say you're fine, but, making sure everybody's doing good, can make sure everybody's doing good. We don't want people down and out and upset and this, that, and, in the world. You need to have a little positivity out there, I guess, right? Because who the hell wants to hear any of us complain? I don't think anybody wants to listen to me complain. So the question is, out of the music that you listen to of mine, if you could pick 12 songs, what's your 12 favorite giggle songs? Just put them in the comments. Whatever your favorite. There is no right or wrong answer. There isn't. It's what you personally enjoy. So if you have 12 or 13 giggle songs, let's say 13. I like 13, odd number. It's got some superstition to it. That's what I kind of like doing. So pick your favorite 13 giggle songs that you like. It could be from the beginning of Giggles to now. You get a whole 25 years almost of music. So I figure if we do a best of and let the fans pick what their top 13, and we'll take the most voted on 13 songs, and that's what's gonna go in there. And I'm also going to write some of this stuff down too. So I see Autopsy as somebody's. I see Wiggles on my face. And let everybody just ramble out their favorite 13 songs or whatever, and the songs that show up the most. And I'll keep checking this, but I'm also going to make a post on Facebook about it and see if see Wiggles on my. That's so funny. Like that song. That song got, I don't even know how many. I'd have to look. Let me look real quick. I want to see how many. I think on YouTube it has over 1,000 streams. I'm just looking real quick. Give me un momento. Where the hell is it? Oh, here we go. I couldn't find the topic. Where are you? I have a, when I look at this, I have a pretty huge, I don't want to. 1.7 thousand streams. So this song probably would have made it on there regardless. And the only reason why I'm saying that is chainsaws and scalpels. Here's a little fun fact about chainsaws and scalpels. That song and The Doctor's In was recorded at Daddy Longlegs' house in his home studio that he was, well, then we're working on some stuff. I know he went to some studio. I think there was one that was a studio that took over a church and put a studio in a church or something like that. But those two songs, I was writing and recording over at Daddy Longlegs' house from Wolfpack. Obviously, voices in my head. And you know what's funny? The song Abortion doesn't have a lot of streams, which is kind of weird. Like I think people that song live. I don't think they necessarily want to bump it. I think they enjoy it live because people like, for some reason, where is it? Oh, it's on here. Mentally unstable. Just on YouTube, it has 159 views. But the intro, this is weird because I'm not signed in. It says you should probably sign in because it's, what the hell did it say? Because you need age verification, but it still did it. I don't know. That's so funny. Like, like now, like, does it seem weird? Like, I don't know how old some of you guys are or not. Not that it matters, but like, why do people care what anybody listens to? Like, we all listen to the crazy shit. Some people in here might even listen to Taylor Swift. I don't know. But I'm just saying, we all listen to some crazy ass shit when we're doing these, you know what I mean? When we listen. Who cares what I listen to? I might not listen to what you guys listen to, but he likes Scalpels Up, huh? Scalpels Up is a good one. Also, with the new music, I'm going to be a good guy. I am going to drop one of the songs just during the show next week off the new album, just to get you guys like hyped up and ready. Because let me tell you something. This year I went through a really bad writer's block, really bad. Like, I couldn't write my way out of a wet paper bag. And I went like 2 or 3 months, nothing. Like, I could not. I tried, and it just was shit. And I don't know what happened. Something, I guess what I really needed was like a break, right? I felt like I think I needed a break. And that break that I took from it, it put me into a new, like I leveled up my lyrics. You know what I mean? And I think that's what needed, because like we all know, I say this all the time, my lyrics are very basic, just story driven. I'm not trying to be, you know, like a battle rapper or a cipher guy, you know, freestyle guy. I mean, I can. I mean, I'm not that great with the battle scene. Like I'm not. I would never say that I'm the greatest thing ever. I would never say that, because I'm not. I just like telling stories. You know what I mean? That's just my thing. So, but I stepped it up, and people are like, ooh, Orgy in the Morgue. That's a good one. I love that song. It's just mentally stable version. Yeah, you notice I like to do that sometimes. I like to make multiple versions of something. And when I'm making multiple versions, that means I wasn't happy with the first version. Or if the first version had a collab in it, but I liked the song and I wanted to do it live, I would change it up. So, like, there's an Orgy in the Morgue on The Doctor's In. It was okay, but I wanted a newer, updated version of it. So that's what I did. I made a lot of people that aren't into horror rap actually like the Orgy in the Morgue version, which was weird. Like they would, you know, like friends that I met through other avenues, not horror music, not even music. These people aren't even in the music industry. You know, like they never seen me perform. I would just show them. They were just people I knew, and they were like, wow, like I don't really like all this crazy shit, but this song ain't bad. They just thought it was kind of weird and unique because you were talking about having an orgy in a morgue, you know, like, oh, what is this? You know, because people like Halloween, you know, like I don't know about you guys, but I love Halloween, you know, and, you know, I mean, I even went so far as working at a haunted house for what I went in 2020, 21, and 22. So for 3 seasons, I did haunted houses. I still hang around them. I still go to them. I just don't work on them. It takes a lot out of you. Like the older you get, the harder it is. I feel like a haunt actor job is really for somebody like a teenager to like 35, maybe 40. 40's pushing it. I mean, I was 40 something when I did it. You know what I mean? So you just gotta, you know, when it's fun, you get to blow off some steam, you get to have some fun, you get to scare people. I mean, people are very vocal about saying, I pooped my pants, I peed my pants. Or they fall on the ground, they run into trees, or they run into a facade of a house or something. It's funny. Like if you just working there, you know, in video, you know, recording, taking video of it and just play back, watching the people, listening to the people, watching them scream, watching them. You can, I was watching, if you go, matter of fact, on this channel, and hang on, let me pull it up real quick, because I am going to, because you guys should check. I mean, it's definitely different. Wow, Voices in My Head has over 16,000 views. Nice. There's a lot of songs that got some good views, some got no views. I don't care. As long as somebody's listening to something, that's all I care about. Where am I? Hang on. It's on this channel, but hang on. Let me go to the playlists. I'll tell you the exact. Give me a second here. Haunted House reviews behind this. Is it? No. The coffin. So there's like Flying Nun stuff. There's clown compilations, makeup getting done. Oh, with the blood bukkake. Working at a haunt during a snowstorm. You know, just a whole bunch of stuff. thing. I just did a whole bunch of things like what I loved, what I learned, what I did, whatever. But there is a lot of there's how-tos, there's Conjuring House, the Conjuring House, the real Conjuring House from the movie. Not the one that was in the movie, but the real one. Is 5 minutes down the road. And I slept in it, and we did a ghost hunt in it, and it was cool. I got dark rides, like Disney and other places. Fairtown movie that I made, we went through for their extreme fairs. You can see if you go through, what is it? Hang on. Is it in here? I think. I just saw it. You can get music videos. Where's the haunted? Oh, there it is. Haunted house walkthroughs. I don't even know. Oh, so this walkthrough. Oh yeah, last year you can see me getting tortured through 13th World. If you go on the playlist, the bottom one, you can also on number 12 of it was the first year, and we get dumped on. It's the craziest thing that we did. I got a defunct Factory of Terror walkthrough video that doesn't exist anymore. So we got a whole bunch of stuff. Complete walkthrough, 13th World. Oh, there is a music video in there because it's a walkthrough of Midnight Mansion at Six Flags, New England, and I made a music video for the song. So there's all these different. Tickle Time Hospital and body bag delusions are a must. Hey, J Scrub, you're extra sexy yourself. You sexy man, you. You're a sexy fella. Mwah. Welcome to my nightmare, a grindhouse. Wow. J Scrub, I met this chick there when we were at Transworld. Jess and I met this chick that worked there. I don't know if she works there now, but it was the first year that we went to Transworld in 21, and at that Horn Expo, and they worked there. We seen them. They were all wearing the all matching shirts for that. Yeah, I'm actually I'm working on some more hip hop stuff. I think what I want to do is every year drop one of those albums, because I know it's not the horror stuff, but some of it was really good. Like I got a lot of positive feedback from Times Change. It doesn't have a crazy amount of views, streams and stuff, and I'm okay with that. It'll build over time. I lacked on promo. That's my fault. I have nobody to blame on that but myself. But I did enjoy making the hip hop album, just having some fun. And I came up with some ideas of some new stuff. I mean, originally when I was starting Tales from the Asylum, originally that was going to be the hip hop album. But then all of a sudden things started changing and happening. And yeah, so what else? So we got Walk with the Devil. Every song that gets mentioned, I'm writing down, and then I'm just going to write a line next to it, right? For counting, when you go 1, 5, and then a line, I'm going to do that because I want to make sure the fans really, 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 really come to bat, because like I said, this is all the greatest hits, because I don't have any radio hits, I don't have massive hits, but Voices in My Head is a definite on there because that's the monster hit of all my hits if I ever had a hit. What do we got here? Oh, Welcome to My Nightmare. Grindhouse. I'm just making sure I don't miss anything because I saw autopsies twice. I saw wiggles on my face twice. Once for chain. This is going on. No matter what. Which is voices in my head. Scalpels Up got one. Orgy in the Morgue got one. Walk with the Devil got one. Pass the Blunt got one. Out of my mind. Tickle Time one. Like I said, chainsaws. Oh yeah, Jay Scruffy, did you hear about that? I don't know if you heard about that. I don't know when you popped up in here. I'm asking fans to pick 13 of their favorite songs of the 25 years of Giggles. You know what I mean? Like if I was making a greatest hits album, I'm asking people, give me 13 of your favorite Giggles tracks. From the beginning to end, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Some people might like the new stuff. Some people might only like the old stuff. Some people might like a mix. That's fine. But the songs that get the most mentions is the 13 most popular mentions are going to get put on this album. I've always wanted to do a greatest hits, even though I don't have greatest hits. But I want the fans to be part of it, right? Because you guys are the ones that are going to bump it, enjoy it, whatever, right? You're going to share it. You're going to bump it. You're going to speaker record it. You're going to fling pirated CDs at people. That's fine. The whole thing is getting the word out. That's what I need to do. I need to get everybody in the world that likes Giggles to tell a friend. That's what I want. Like, look, even I don't care if you don't have money and you can't buy merch. That doesn't make you any less of a fan. Just by watching the podcast, that costs you no money. Listening on your favorite streaming service, that probably costs you no money. YouTube, Spotify, if you don't have an account, et cetera, et cetera. People listening on Apple, Amazon, wherever you listen to the music. All I care about is you just listen to it, share it, tell somebody. If you know somebody that may like it, play it. Even if you're on the fence thinking that they may or may not, just play it for them. Send it to them. Say, hey, check this out. This is cool. Because look, I can only grow so much, right? I can only do so much. It takes an army to grow this bad boy. And before I retire down the road, I'd like to, get up there a little bit more. I like I said, I'd be lying if I said if I didn't get 1 million streams or a platinum record. I would love that. But in Scalpels we trust. There's so many songs. Oh, Dead Valentine, huh? So right now, the 4 top songs is Autopsy, Wiggles on My Face, Chainsaws and Scalpels, and Voices in My Head. Voices in My Head is automatically on there. But we got Scalpels Up, Orgy in the Morgue, Mentally Unstable version. We got Walk with the Devil, Pass the Blunt, Out of My Mind, Tickle Time Asylum, Welcome to My Nightmare, Grindhouse, and Scalpels We Trust, Dead Valentine. She Never Goes to Sleep. Who never goes to sleep? Buddha's Bastard Boy, Retirement. It's not happening anytime soon. Just know that. I'm not saying like I'm retiring this year, next year, the year after. Could be 5 to 10 years. I don't know. It just depends, right? But I don't. Oh, my Dead Valentine never goes to sleep. And here's a fun fact for Dead Valentine. That song, what the hell? Dead Valentine. There was 3 songs. There was one that was on the Wolfpack compilation, When There's No More Room in Hell, Volume 1. The one song on there, Dead Valentine, and there was one other one, and I can't remember off the top of my head. Those 3 songs were sent in to Psychopathic for when they were doing that Hatchet House stuff, when Axe Murder Boys won, but I never got picked or anything. That was sad. I got no love on that. I didn't even get picked to get voted on. I'm so sad about it. Because people were like, did you put it in? Did you put it in? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, and then they go, everybody was like, Giggles is going to win this. Giggles is a shoo-in back in the day. But then I didn't even get picked. I don't know what the hell happened. I really don't. But it was a good time back in the day. My dead Valentine never goes to sleep. Dead Valentine laid 6 feet deep. Remember that? But Jay Scrub, I was saying earlier before you came, I don't know if you heard me say this too. The 8 songs, some of them that you know, we've done them live from the My Way era that never got done. Like never released those songs, like those banger songs. For some reason, never released. I have all the files. I have the original recordings. I have the original beats. Oh, well, hey, I'm glad that, hey, you got to do what you got to do. Everything. Look, the music business is cutthroat, right? Sometimes you got to do that to do it. You know, so I probably, you know what? I probably did avoid a bunch of drama. I mean, look, even after the fact of not winning that, I still have worked with Psychopathic. Hell, I'm on a song with Fury and Tricked Out and Shaggy 2 Dope. Like, you know what I mean? Shaggy's in the chorus, but still, I can say that I'm on a song with Shaggy 2 Dope. You know? I mean, I've been working with a lot of great, and here's one thing that really bothers me about Dead Inside, and not many people realize this. I have probably one of the most famous people to ever sing a chorus on a song, you know, in my song. This guy is wicked famous, and nobody knows who this guy is. And then when I explain it to them, they go, oh, shit, because nobody knows the guy's name. So, I Don't Fear Death, the last song that was on, you can't go, unless you bought it, can't go bump it. But the last song, it's got me, Fury, Jay Reno, and this guy, LV. If you don't know who LV is, I can understand if you don't know him by name. But when you hear what song he did the chorus on, you're going to be like, damn. Which is Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise. The guy that sang that chorus is on I Don't Fear Death. We got him on the chorus. And it's such an amazing song. And most people just were like, didn't get who this guy was, didn't care who this guy was, until they found out who the guy was. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, I don't understand why some people do, some people don't. It's a really, I'm not just tooting my horn because I'm on the song, but I mean, when I found out I had the opportunity to get this guy on a song, because originally the song was just meant for myself and Reno, and then we were just trying to find somebody to, what do you call it? Sing the chorus. We were looking at somebody else. They were pussyfooting, so we just like, the hell with them. And then, you know, I reached out to Fury and I go, you know anybody that could sing? You know, I tried to get this guy. He's just pussyfooting. And the guy would have been good too, but I feel things were meant to be to get LV on this song, you know. And it is a powerful song. It's not even a horror song. That song you did with, are you talking about Forgot About Giggles? Or Casket Monsters? Or, because we were going to do that at Lethal Weekend, but we didn't do it because, why didn't we do it? Oh, we were originally going to do it because at one point he was actually going to play Lethal that year that Dead Inside came out. And shit. But he had some health problems and he couldn't do it. Yeah, I forgot about Giggles. That's a great song. And I'm Mentally Unstable. That one's got a lot of streams on it, I think. I don't know. I like to look at my streams now and out of this. We don't need this. What is it? Forgot about. Might be Spotify. Because I know for a fact that Forgot About Giggles had like over 1,000 streams on it. That I know. What about Get Splifted? Yeah, I gotta get these numbers up. These numbers on here, they're not good on Mentally Unstable. That was released in 2010. Can't Believe You're Gone. What happened? I feel like The Doctor's In. The Doctor's In's got a bunch. What about Time Goes By? 137 on there. I think on Spotify it has over 1,000. I think I got to look that up. I don't know. I see, like for me, when I hit 1,000, lyrically, it's one of your best tracks, in my opinion. No, I think Get a Job has a lot more than that. I haven't really been following numbers. I haven't even been trying to do that because I heard when you spin the wheel on DistroKid now, it Spotify and shit starts taking streams away. They think it's fake, and I don't know. But I think Get a Job's got more than that. I gotta look. Because what is that? I don't know. All right, so we got all that written down. What else have we got on our topics here? I gotta flip the page over to my topics. The one thing that I noticed about the streams will come. You just got to figure out the algorithm. Does anybody know how to figure the algorithm out that can help me? If anybody can help me figure an algorithm out to get people are like, oh yeah, I can get to 10,000 followers and streams in 30 days. Like how? What the hell are people doing? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. What am I doing wrong? Is anybody out there out in the world that can help me? I'm not looking for bots. I ain't looking for shit like that. I'm looking for like legit, like just trying to get real people. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know how the algorithm works. I suck at promotion. I just try, and then nobody wants to share anything. I don't know. It's just weird. I feel like Straight Jacket was really good. Like the meaning behind that song was really good because the premise of that song, it's like being like your life is trapped in a straitjacket. You know, when you're in a straitjacket, you can't get out, and everything in life is just strapping you down. That's what that, you know what I mean? It's like family, life, and everything, and it's just sucking you down, and just you're trapped, and you can't get out, and you know, it's one of those kind of songs, and it's pretty cool. And J Scrub's on it too. I dig it. You know, from between having Jay Reno's production, and I'm talking about the whole album, not just Straight Jacket. I'm talking the whole album here for Resuscitation. Nick at True Music Studios being my engineer, having the collabs. You know, you got Mars on it, you got Reno on it, you got Bizarre and King Gordy on it, you got Fury, you got J Scrub. Well, hey, what up, Alex? Beast of Blade in the house. Like the Resuscitation, I feel is an underrated album. and Dead Inside, I felt also is underrated. Again, it's my promo skills. Promotion sucks ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. I suck at it. I try my best. I can't figure my ass from my elbow when it comes to algorithms and trying to get it in front. I tried. I did money at nothing. You know, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm not. And please don't take it as I'm just like a crybaby bitch. I'm not complaining. You know what I mean? I'm truly not complaining. I'm just trying to figure it out. And if there's anybody out there that kind of knows how to do this, that has a little bit of success, let me know. Like, just point me in a direction. Show me a couple little things. I don't know. I don't know. And I know nobody wants to help you out. Everybody wants crazy money, you know. And I believe people deserve to be paid for their time. And I get that. I'm not. Yeah, look, it could have. There's a lot of finger pointing going around. And look, it's in the past. It's time from this point on to better do things. You know what I mean? And I got to figure those things out. And I can't even 100% blame the label. They did a little bit. I did a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame. Look, we're not. You know what I mean? I'm not under like some. I wasn't under a huge. You know, I wasn't under a big record label like a Def Jam or something like that. You deal with what you got and you try to make it work. And if it don't work, well, then you try and figure it out another way. I got no hatred against the old label. None of that, you know? Yeah, I mean, I feel in the community, I feel as long as you got the right people around you, when one rises, unless that person's an ass, the next person, everybody else should be able to rise. If you're all working together and you all have the same goals, and you stop worrying about fucking greed, and you stop worrying about all this money. Oh yeah, no, I know what you're saying, Jay Scrub. I'm just saying in my head, because like at the end of the day, the artist is the one that's got to get it out there. Nobody is going to hand you anything. You got to work your ass off to get anything you get. You know what I mean? It's even tough for artists to even get 100 streams. You know, so there's just so much going on in this world, you know, and I'm just still trying to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. It takes me time. I'm a little slow sometimes with technology, but it's just me just wrapping my head around shit and trying to figure it out and moving on from all the drama and all the bullshit and just, you know what I mean? Hey, all the baloney knocked me down a couple steps. I'm okay with that. And now I've got that excitement back that I've been missing for a little bit. And what I mean by that is there was times I was doing show and I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it no more. You know, just like stop the train, let me off. But I kept going because I'm not that guy to just back out of shit unless I have to. You know what I mean? There were times I couldn't do a show for real, whether it was work, sick, something. But if I didn't have anything going, I was there. You guys all know that. I'm always there. And I try to do my best as a performer. And I try to put on a great show. I try to create great albums. And that's all I could ask for. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea who that is. Michael Ross from Connecticut. Who's that? Who's Michael Ross? Because I got a song about Cupcake. Oh, does anybody? Oh, I don't have it on here. Damn it. I have. You guys want to see something funny? Buddha, I seen that. He says on a wrestling note, did you see that indie dude get knocked out by Rampage Jackson's son? Shit was crazy. It was crazy. I watched that. And I at first I thought it was like, you know, like a work. I didn't think it was a real thing. When I seen that, you know, I'm like, oh, I didn't watch the whole thing. I didn't know all the circumstances surrounding it. I just happened to come across it. And then I was just like, oh, because I know in like in Independence, they do crazy shit. Look at JCW, look at GCW, TNA. I mean, even look at AEW when they do all those crazy spots. You know, you got a lot of the other ones too. But I could be saying, but CMLL, I think, is one that does sometimes some crazy stuff. There's a lot of, you know, independents out there that do some crazy spots. Hell, I'm going. I'll have to check. I'm going to write that down because let me ask you guys this: has anybody seen the movie Chained? It's on Tubi. It's got that Vincent guy that was in Full Metal Jacket that killed the drill sergeant guy. That guy, he's been in a lot of movies, this guy, but this is like a little bit old, like 2010 and 15 time frame. That movie is crazy if you've never seen that. Even the ending, I was like, damn, that was a twist. What's this guy's name again? Oh, Michael Ross. Anyway, the reason why I brought that up, I made a song about the movie. I love the movie that much. That's going on Tales from the Asylum. Oh, yeah. Hang on. I'll do it this way. I know this is a hack way of doing it, but I don't have it on it. Do you guys want to see the single cover for the John disc, the cupcake disc? You guys are going to laugh. I'm only going to show it real quick, but I ain't going to take it down even if that fat bastard decides to say something. He could eat a bag of dicks. Ready? Here we go. This is the single cover for his diss song. It looks like him, but that's... Is something leaking? I think something's leaking. Give me 1 second. Is something leaking? Yeah. What the hell's going on? I got a leak in my house. What the fuck is leaking? Oh, I gotta figure that out. Oh, I gotta rip that down. Sorry, guys. I gotta take down that ceiling stuff over the stage. I got a leak. I'm gonna let them know about that. What the hell is that above there? Something is leaking. Oh, when we get done with the show, it's just a little drips. You can probably hear it if I shut up. You probably hear drip. You hear that dunk? Dunk. That's the leak. So when I get out of here, I'll tell Plumber Boy and see what we can find before my stage gets destroyed. I don't know what that is. But yeah, so we'll move on to hang on, let me just pull this up real quick. I'm gonna go to Rhode Island Championship Wrestling real quick because there's an event coming up, and I think you guys should go if you don't have tickets. It's Rhode Island Championship Extreme Retribution. It is in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. It's at Mill Race, I think. Oh, wait, hang on, I got to wait for the address to pop back up. It's on 40 South Main Street, Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Bell time is 6 p.m. So general admission is $20. Kids 12 and under are free. There's a lot of matches. We've had a few of the people from there on the show. Great people. I can't wait to go watch them guys kill each other. It's going to be fun. It's going to be, you're going to have, what is it? Mountain Man, Matt Deadwood versus Chaz Marinelli, the anti-hero, Saturday, August 30th. I'm excited for it. I don't know about anybody else, but I love watching local wrestling. I think local wrestling is awesome. And not that, you know, the bigger people aren't awesome too, but I enjoy watching the local stuff. I love when they throw in a little bit of that cheese. I love the cheese. It's good. Also, let me look this up. So Halloween Horror Nights had started. They did a preview for the employees last night, and they had, I guess they had an issue with the Terrifier house. It flooded out, and there wasn't any rain. So if you are going to Halloween Horror Nights, just so you know, you are going to get soaked in the Terrifier house. They have a wet and a dry path. I heard there's water elements in every room of the haunted house. And but it flooded out yesterday because I heard they have pools under the floor to collect the water, but I guess Terrifier is having issues. So it was delayed. I don't know if it ever reopened. I'm waiting to hear from my friend that works there that was at the preview last night to give me, just what he thought about it. He only showed me 2 pictures before he went in, showing the crazy thousands of people just waiting to get in. It was insane. But I did see a video of Art the Clown riding a tricycle around. Like, they're going to have Art the Clown stalking people, chasing people around the park. I've been hearing great things about Five Nights at Freddy's haunted house is good. I've heard that the Jason Universe house is good. Those are the only, I heard Terrify is good, but I also hear it's overrated. I don't know if people are pissed off about getting that wet, because some people said, oh, it's like running through a splash pad. Some people was like, I went through a monsoon. Some people was like, I jumped in a pool. Like, you're going to get soaked from the second you're in until the second you're out. They're probably going to have to tone the water down somehow. I don't know how they do it, what they do, what's going on. I don't know. But it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I just have to figure it out when it comes, So, yeah. So that's all I got for tonight. We're going to have a bit more. I forgot to do this. So let's do this now before we leave. I'm going to find the pen. Remember we did SummerSlam, who would have won? So, hang on. We all got that right. So I got 1. Hang on, let me see. Who? Okay. All right, so let me see. He's got 1, 2, 3 on that page. One, two. I got 1, 2, 3. Oh, so me and Blade are tied for SummerSlam. I know you guys are like, what is going on here? All right, so we all got that one. Let me see. Yep. We all got that one right. Let me see. 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. All right, so here's the results. I'm sorry I took so long. So we have. So I had 6. Jordan had 5. Kyle had 6, and Blade had. So myself and Kyle tied with 6, and Jordan and Blade got 5. Correct for the SummerSlam picks. So we didn't do too bad, guys. But we're going to be back next Wednesday. We're going to have Jordan in the house. I have no idea what we're going to talk about yet. Maybe we'll talk about Clash in Paris. We're definitely going to be bringing in a song. I haven't decided which song. I don't know if it's going to be the Beast and Blade. I don't know if it's going to be Stranger in the Walls. I don't know if it's going to be the Cupcake Disc. I don't know. I don't know which one. But one of them is getting played. Maybe all three get played. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because it's potentially that it may happen. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here and go find out what this leak is leaking and take it from there. Until next, everybody, thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. Make sure you come out to the show tomorrow night. It's only $15, Providence, Rhode Island. It's local. It's at the Paula. It's on North Main Street in Providence, Rhode Island. If you got nothing to do, there's a couple bands. There's a couple rappers. We're just going to have fun. It's not going to be all night. Oh, thank you about that Body Bag Delusions remix. Reno did that remix. So we're loving it. But thank you guys, and I will talk to you guys next week. Get your scalpels up, yo. Peace out, yo.